right, so this is the only video you're going to need to see for the 4.6 W. At least 97 and 98. I don't even know if they make the 4.6 W after that, but I'm speaking for the one that you're not going to get to work with these new pieces. Okay, so I did something I don't usually do. I assumed something, and I had to modify it. So I took the brand new, this is the old piece of the PCV hose assembly. I took the old one off and retained it for my fuel line. I did a, for $10 you can get 3 feet of fuel line. So I did. I trimmed it up. It's going to be about 2.5 feet is what you're going to about need. This whole assembly has to be fairly an exact length. Now you're going to get, when you get on YouTube, you're not going to be able to buy anything for the 97, 98 plenum. It's not going to go in. You're not going to have a 3/4 inch port. You're going to have a 3/8 like I do. I'm about to show you. Let me pause it real quick. But yeah, I reduced it. I figured a couple inches wouldn't be a killer, but having it on this end, it is a killer because it brings me back to these snap. I'm not even using. Once I took this out, I snapped it in two. The new ones are probably a little more resilient. I'm not even going to try for the sake of testing because I'm gonna save this, but I might even just resell it with some, for like $10 with some old. I could even take all pieces off and put some of this thicker fuel line on it and make a cool one. But I don't like this brittle plastic. It's cheap like that for a reason. And this was a Ford part, the one that snapped. This was Ford. There's a Ford sticker on it. So anyway, let's go show you what I'm talking about. I'll bring this piece out just for shits and giggles. I know it's kind of a funny job, but hey, I wanted it to last. So I didn't actually need those hose clamps, but for extra. So you're supposed to be in there like this. I think the 5.4 is more of an S turn, and you can bypass these. You can use either hose if you're going to actually buy one. You can use either one because this one just goes around hoses at the back wall. But the other one, I believe, comes up like this or something like that. Like it just bypasses it. But be careful with heat. Mine was, I think, already on the valve cover. That bit of heat protector, hold on, let me zoom in there, is on the intake with duct tape, with fake duct tape touching the duct intake. God, I hope that's not going to be a nightmare. But it was like that when it was in there. That's the way they come. So, I mean, it's not like you can keep that off of there. So, anyway, it comes down. It's a real pain in the butt. I broke it taking it out. Probably from the old brittle, if it is 25 years. I doubt that part was 25 years old, but it could have been. I mean, so here's what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do if you're still watching. Okay, like, get to it. What are we doing? You're not buying any parts. Okay, you're not buying any parts except for if you want a replacement valve. You're going to go buy 3/8 fuel line, about 3 feet. They sell it by the foot. I don't know if you actually need heat protection because you can do this if something happens over a few years, you can do this anytime for $10. But I know people don't want to. You shouldn't have to. So, find something that's heat resistant. I just hope that works out. Gosh. Anyway, why does that not look like a seal? I feel like I know I have a vacuum leak. I'm going to start it while we're here. Look at that slack. Boom. I think that's the same. Is that the same slack you get on the pedal? Like when you do the zip tie trick or the I like to crimp a ring around. I just, like a cylinder shaped washer, and you crimp it around there. But they use whatchamacallums. So it's in there. So all you're going to do is you're going to go get 3/8 fuel line. That's all you need to know. $10. Don't go to O'Reilly's. It'll be 20 bucks. It'll plug right into your elbow. It'll plug right, it might even go right on top of the damn thing. You might not even need the elbow. But for the sake of not being hillbillies today, we're more like backyard mechanics today. We ain't doing no hillbilly shit. But it'll plug right into your 3/8 nipple. If you have a 4.6 older than a 98, like 99 and above, I believe, you're gonna have a 3/8 port there that this goes over. Okay, but if you do buy the part and you already have it or something, you can pop that part off. You can take a piece of 3/8 line, install your part. I went through all this assuming things, so I'm like, whatever. I could pop that out. I put a little bit of rubber cement in there. I could pop all that out, but I don't need it now. I mean, like, I don't have a 5.4 or the right app, so you can pop this off, and you can take you can take your fuel line about that long, and it will go up to your stopper. It's got a stopper. Might even be barbed. I don't know. Might be barbed at the end. And then the other couple inches will go over your nipple. Your nipple's going to be about 1 inch long. So, yeah, I wrestled this. I wrestled this for 20 minutes. And then I said, screw it. Because I was going to use that fuel line for like this. It's brittle as fuck. And then what else was brittle? Okay, so there's that long one that's brittle. And then there was something else. It don't matter though. Let's see, does it go into the other side? Oh, what's this? Oh, that's fucking new. That's good. All this other shit seems to have been updated at some point, which I noticed a couple things, which is why I kept this. But this truck actually might have a AC line, dude. This truck might have look, Mexico parts and Canadian made trucks. Might have a warped head. It could just be the intake. I got Blue Devil in there for 5 years, and then as soon as I did a coolant swap, fresh coolant, started leaking again because that coolant, the the surface tension is less, so it just rifles through, and then it opens up the leak even more. It's just glass. I think it's just silicate as Blue Devil. So you got to do it right. Don't even get me started. But your coolant, if you don't use a lot of coolant, your coolant will look blue. I think I have a little more coolant than I'm comfortable with in there, but I'm not taking that. That's 25 bucks and they don't even make the regular Blue Devil radiator block sealer anymore. It's all the pour and go version, which is a little diluted, and I think there's something might be different about it, but it's all like heat reactive, I believe. I think once it reaches temperature, it starts attaching to oxygen, or it starts solidifying with oxygen, and that's why if you have a bunch of rust in your cooling system, it's gonna block up in there. It's gonna form like a block at the bottom of your radiator. It's gonna form a block of glass around your thermostat. Who knows, man? And I should probably check my damn thermostat after all this. And I got a new fan clutch coming, because I'm gonna pause it right now, and you're about to hear it, and then we're gonna see if anything changes with the what I should have done is driven this around for a couple of days to make sure that little misfire feeling goes away. But that's what I'm battling, and it might be, and I have, when the RPMs come back down to 1200, or if I try to rest them at 1200, the truck shutters kind of just runs rough. And then it's got this minor little, you can feel it in the steering wheel. Everybody knows about it. It's that, whatchamacallit, little misfire feeling. So let's go start her up. Hold on a sec. And what I was going to say is we're going to listen for a chirpy sound. It didn't happen yesterday. And I'm wondering so it was relative of every time I pressed the gas, or every other time when I'd let the RPMs lower and I was driving and I'd hit the gas, it'd go chirp, 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 like a chirpy sound, like a screech sound. And then it didn't get worse. One time it went away as it warmed up. I bet you my keys are downstairs. All right, I'm pausing it. All right, here we go. I'm not going to trip out if the chirps come. I'm not going to trip out. So this is perfectly cold, but it's a 70-degree day. You're going to hear really loud fan clutch, like turbo mode. So that's why I ordered one. As soon as I heard that chirp, my dad, when I complained about it a few years ago, my dad was like, oh yeah, they're like that. I was like, nah, dude, it's intermittent. Some days it's blasting, some days it's not. All I care about is if no check engine light comes on. Idle is not better. And it's at the 1200 spot. Oh, I could have easily unplugged my battery. Ooh. Did that come back slower? No way. Hold on. No, I'm not going to buy that. No, it's still shuddering. Pretty loud fan though. How hot do upper intakes even get? I can feel the roughness. Don't worry about the valve train sound. One thing I think I notice, I kid you not, I feel like those are I feel like the RPMs are coming down slower. Is that possible? I do have a little bit of a, oh yeah, I shouldn't be firing off on the pedal yet. I felt like yesterday that I should have left the Blue Devil in there on idle for a little longer, but I think it was like about 40 minutes, and then I started it up again. A couple of times I never usually open up the heater core, because if you isolate the area, you have more to work with, and then you can open it up later. But the heater core's on now, so I'm just leaving it that way for a second. I wonder if removing the battery for a while, letting everything, all the soft codes, delete. I don't even have my scanner. Where'd my scanner go? Bet you my dad has it. You want to bet my dad has it? Yep. Sorry, guys. No, there ain't nothing in there. Can't be. Oh, do I got stuff rolling around? Yeah. Little code readers, what I need. I should just go to Walmart right now. Well, there she is. EGR valve. Oh, starting. When it warn't, it's an old truck. The old man took care of it, meaning he maintained it and replaced things. But then the dipshit stepson got it. I am a firm believer if the son got it, he probably would have taken care of it. But the stepson got it, meaning the wife got it. And then he was the man of the house. He let the dumb daughter drive it. She wrecked it, had to throw the canopy away. All it did was break the front bumper damages from some dipshit in a Subaru who I haven't caught up with yet. Brake checked me and I didn't even hit my brakes. I was like, pow, see ya. Welcome to Chrome. So all it did was bust a thing. And then I inspected it for 2 weekends. He was real nice about it. And then I got suspicious because he wouldn't say anything about it. And then so I went in for a second weekend and I never dropped the coolant to see what might come out. Did it when I got home and it was mud. So technically, I think either there's a crack somewhere from getting too hot because the pump wasn't circulating enough. Or just the basic gasket stuff. The head gaskets, you rarely go on these, so I'm thinking either cracked intake or intake gasket. Damn, that feels pretty good. Boy, do I want to unplug that battery just for the hell of it. It's still, wow, it's still idling at 900. I like that. Normally it would go down. There's 800. Oh, there's 900. I'm gonna go get the dog. 15-minute video. But that's your PCV. So this is, you didn't have to watch but maybe a few minutes of this. But if you're still watching, you're a champ. That's all you need for a 97 and 98 F-150 with the 4.6W. It's got to be at least the 4.6W. Anything that isn't, like the 4.66. And what I mean by W is look at the 10th digit of your VIN. Mine is a W. And where the W is, it should be a 6. So if you have a 6, you might be a little different. Just gotta call the dealership. Always call the dealership parts department. And if you still are confused, ask for the service department.